The World Council of Churches, WCC, has ended its executive committee meeting in Abuja, Nigeria, with a call on the federal government of Nigeria to intensify its efforts in addressing economic injustice and protecting persecuted religious groups in Nigeria. This call came at the end of the executive committee meeting, having its theme for the meeting as insecurity, environment degradation and the injustice, and Church of God in Nigeria, the travail of a blessing church in missions. Carolina Chumbe has a report.
Addressing journalists after a long week of the World Council of Churches WCC Executive Committee meeting held in Abuja, the federal capital of Nigeria, the WCC General Secretary Professor Dr. Jerry Pillay and other executive members emphasized the economic inequality in Nigeria and the daily challenges faced by many. Said a major hunger crisis for the nation needs to be addressed, urging the government to do more in curbing the economic injustice and religious persecution.
We hope that there will be this commitment to ensuring that we do not pass that 1.5 degree level in terms of the global warming that we have committed to. We recognize this year, 2023, for example, is on record as been one of those years that we have had some of the most extreme climate impacts. And if we do not pause and if we do not really live up to our commitments, then the situation will only escalate.
Of course, praying for our brothers and sisters who suffer persecution always means that we advocate government action to protect them. That means, and that is what we have expressed in our statement, that we strongly encourage government authorities to very firmly make efforts to protect those who suffer this persecution. So it's a twofold approach, praying and being with them, letting them know that we think of them. And the second part is encouraging those who are responsible for it to take strong action to protect people in the future.
We will not relent in supporting those, that is the accompaniment, those that are afflicted, and we will continue to support them in our prayers, and we will continue to advocate for their rights. And that's why WCC is working with the United Nations and with many other countries all over the world.
We call on them to change their actions. We call on them to work towards justice. And we will never hesitate to speak out against injustices and in favor of a new transformed society. So prayer goes alongside prophetic witness and ministry.
Thereafter, a closing service was held at the First Baptist Church Area 11, Gariki, Abuja, where some head of churches in Africa gathered together, including the Primate Church of Nigeria Anglican Communion, His Grace the Most Reverend Dr. Henry Ndukuba, and his wife, Mrs. Angela Ndukuba, to appreciate the faithfulness of God for the success of the meeting. There were various presentations by some groups in the church. During the sermon, the preacher, who is the WCC President of North America, Reverend Dr. Angelique Walker-Smith, speaking on the topic Together All the Way, encourage all to work together in unity towards fostering peace.
Yes, having been disrupted, having been disturbed, all that were present there together, the good news goes forth to the disciples. And there, the scripture takes us from this moment of announcement, this moment of holy disturbance, and we find all gathered again at the mountain. And so we have a transition from the crucifixion. We have the 3 days, the 2 nights, we have the morning, we have the dawn, and then we have the telling of the good news, and then all together, they are regathered together at the mountain.
Carolina Chumbe, reporting for ACNN News.